Hey, Kentucky, this is Matt Jones. UK both won and lost this weekend, but we're all about to be winners as Election Day is finally about to come. We'll talk about that and a lot more next. It's a special pre-decision 2016 show on Hey, Kentucky. Welcome, everybody, to Hey, Kentucky, pre-decision 2016. Fancy opening. Drew Franklin means we're ready to go.
Yeah, I feel like Wolf Blitzer sitting up here in front of this big
You always were meant to be a political commentator, weren't you?
Yeah, this is the path I've wanted to be on all along.
Now, we don't have a show on election night, so we're getting preempted for national presidential returns. So we're going to do this special. We don't have any official election returns, but as you'll see on the bottom of your screen right now, there's a lot of returns that we feel comfortable calling. They'll scroll throughout the night, and we hope you enjoy them. But we're going to get started, as all good presidential shows do, by talking about UK football. Now, Saturday was a downer for the Cats, but there's a silver lining to the loss against Georgia. Kentucky built a 21-13 lead in the third quarter behind their run game. Georgia, of course, fought back and traded the lead with UK throughout the fourth quarter. The Bulldogs marched down the field in the last minute. They kicked a field goal and won it 27-24. And Kentucky dropped to second behind Florida in the SEC East. But there's a lot of football left, and Drew, I actually considered the game a positive. I know they lost, and they lost in somewhat sad ways, but I thought Kentucky matched them from start to finish, and I took it as generally an overall plus for Kentucky.
Yeah, I'm not hanging my head at all after that game. I mean, they were playing with house money. Yes, it's been great to win. Yes, they had opportunities, but knowing that bowl game is already locked, assuming they do the Austin Peay thing, they should get done. I'm not upset at all over it.
That atmosphere was exceptional. I mean, I've been to a lot of games at Commonwealth Stadium. There have been some good ones. There have been games where at the end it was good, but from start to finish, kickoff to the end, I'm not sure, Drew, there's been a better atmosphere in Commonwealth. The place was rocking, and fans seemed to really buy in.
Yeah, they filled the top corners of the stadium. I haven't seen that in a decade. And really, it was a subtle move, but the white pom-poms, I love those. Just an easy giveaway there, and the fans were rocking with those.
People love pom-poms. It's one of the lessons of life. If you're trying to figure out how to get people excited, give them pom-poms. As far as the actual team, you know, they got down there. It was first and goal from the 9-yard line. I thought if they scored a touchdown there, they would win the game. They settled for a field goal. Did that frustrate you at all?
It did. You got to go for it there. The Wildcat got them that far, but Benny was gassed. You got to throw the ball a couple times. And then I especially don't like third down fade route. Awful call to Dorian Baker.
To a guy who's not catching it.
So I did not like that.
Still, though, Kentucky plays Tennessee now next week. I think they have a lot of momentum. I don't think they're going to win, but there's no reason they can't be competitive, right?
I don't know. Tennessee's fallen apart. Of course, it's hard to predict a win, and they've won for almost 3 decades now, except for the one receiver game. But they can hang with them, I believe.
I think they can probably hang with them as well. Now, let's switch to basketball. There's not a lot you can say when a team wins by 93 points, and Kentucky won by 93. We all expected the Cats to blow out Asbury, but the historic beatdown Sunday night was something impressive. Kentucky scored 156 points, most in school history. At one point, De'Aaron Fox had as many points as the entire Asbury team, and at several times, Kentucky led by 100. They won 156-63, and Asbury played the style they said they were going to play. There were a lot of dunks. You're seeing a bunch of them right here. And Drew, I think what's the takeaway? Is it the Asbury will play their style even if it makes them get beaten by 100?
Look, here at Hey Kentucky, we're big Asbury people.
Yes,
we kind of saw that coming. I do like that they stuck to their style, said, hey, we've got to practice this. We got to get ready for our own season. Stuck with it, knowing it was going to be a blowout. Coach Shaw said after he might have been able to coach it down to keep within 60 by playing slower.
Well, what's the point of that?
Yeah, he went with what they do.
Exactly. I mean, that's what they do. Those dunks, the Michael Mulder dunk. Oh, my goodness. I mean, that was insane. I mean, he dunked on the kid. Poor guy. But it wasn't the only one. I mean, we saw Monk. We saw Fox, Sasha Kalea-Jones, Derek Willis. They really got up and down the floor, and it was something else.
I mean, they've almost got a season's worth of highlight reel dunks in, 2 games in the blue-white game right now?
28 in that game.
It's really unbelievable. And that poor guy, I don't know why you jump when you're down 100, but he's on sports.
Right here. Why did you jump? I mean, I understand. I give you a lot of credit for the effort. But that was quite a hit. For the Cats, though, start the regular season Friday. You feel good about where they are?
Absolutely, 40-0.
I don't know if they're going 40-0, but I really like how they played, and I know Calipari was very happy as well. Turning now to our pre-decision 2016 coverage, it is here. And there was a big development in the presidential race over the weekend. The FBI said the emails they found on idiot Anthony Weiner's computer revealed nothing new about Hillary Clinton's email scandal. But even with that off the table, the election is still really close. So what we want to do is we want to help break it down for you. I'm going to make it simple for you tomorrow. Let's take a look at the map of the country there. There you see, that's the United States. Now, as of right now, 44 of the states are basically done. We'll show you the red states we're using Bobby Knight. Those are Trump states. Bobby Knight likes Trump. The blue states you see there, we're using Papa John. We'll say he's the Papa John is the Democrat for Hillary Clinton. Those states are already decided. If somebody wins besides what you see, then it's a disaster. And I'm giving Utah to Evan McMullen, Egg McMuffin there, Drew, as you see.
It's a good pick.
So really, there's 6 states left that'll decide this election. Hillary needs to win 2 of these. Trump needs to basically win 5. As of now, this is my prediction. Nevada and Colorado, I'm going with Hillary. New Hampshire and Florida, Hillary as well. I think Bobby Knight and Trump win Ohio and North Carolina. That would give Hillary Clinton the victory. But on election night, Drew, those are the only 6 states you got to care about. Nevada, Colorado, Florida, North Carolina, Ohio, and New Hampshire. That's all you need to watch.
So you're telling me you're doubting LeBron's endorsement in Ohio?
I don't think LeBron's going to be enough to get her over the top, unfortunately.
I mean, Cleveland's on a roll right now. I thought they'd be able to pull that off.
I think the race is probably won in Nevada. You've been to Nevada. We like Las Vegas. 75% of the people in Nevada have already voted.
Hey,
and
Trump's got a big building there, though.
He does, but it's not doing very well financially. But I think so, really, tomorrow night, don't listen to what all the pundits say. Watch those 6 states, and that's all you got. That's what we're here at pre-decision to tell you. Now, the presidential race is casting a long shadow on a lot of the lower races this year, including Kentucky's own Rand Paul versus Lexington Mayor Jim Gray. Now, recent surveys have been all over the board. A Western Kentucky University survey had Rand Paul up 16. A Survey Monkey study had Jim Gray only down 4. Paul, of course, has tried to tie Gray to Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton, while Gray has worked to highlight some of Paul's more unusual ideas, which he called wild ass in the last week of the election. Now, Drew, most people believe Rand Paul is going to win, but Trump is supposed to win Kentucky by like 20 points. Do you think Jim Gray keeps it closer than that?
I don't know. I think Rand Paul is going to run away with it. I just hate that because I feel like Gray, having appeared on this show, he should be the one to win.
He should get he should get some help for being on the show because we couldn't get Rand Paul on. Let me ask you: are you going to vote tomorrow?
Actually, yes. I haven't decided on the presidential election because I don't want to be responsible for whatever happens after that. But the polling, it's like right down the street from me. I don't have to put shoes on.
Do you vote normally? I mean, as a political commentator, I think you owe it to the audience to be someone who actually votes. Do you do that often?
Yes, I do. Like I said, it couldn't be closer to my house, so I really have no excuse not to.
Now, let me ask, how many of the other elections do you even know what's going on?
I'm going to do a coin flip thing tomorrow because I don't know a whole lot about what's going on there.
You know, in Kentucky now, you're allowed to have ballot selfies. So, like, we're one of the few states where you can actually do it. It's totally Bevan. He would not allow it otherwise. But you expect Rand Paul to win.
Absolutely.
I expect it to be closer than you think, but I do think Rand Paul is going to win. Now, coming up, I did an interview earlier today with New York Times head political reporter Jonathan Martin. He actually took the time to come on the show, preview the election. We'll do that and more next on the Hey Kentucky pre-decision special.